The world's a better place because you were here to join us. My name is Matt Brown. I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. And it is a Friday, a feel-good Friday, April 3rd, 2026. Happy birthday, Brendan. And happy birthday to all the people who are born on April 3rd today. So shout out there. And before we get into what happened this week with spacecraft and war addresses and Disney World chaos and all of these other things, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcast platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X at Prod Pod, TikTok at Productive Conversations, TikTok at Prod Pod, and Facebook at Productive Conversations. And again, check us out on all podcasts and platforms and YouTube. So we had another good week of shows. Next week, no sports recap with it being Easter Sunday, but we will have a reaction to the Final Four National Championship on Monday night. And then we will have a regularly scheduled tweet caps. What happened over the weekend on Tuesday? What happened during the week ahead next Friday? So let's begin the month of April on a high note. It's me, Ryan, and Jose for this tweet cap. What happened this weekend, guys? Or I should say, what happened this week and this weekend ahead? So lots of good things. Ryan and Jose, most importantly, how are you guys doing?
Doing good. It was a busy week.
Well, let's talk about it, reflect, debrief, and talk about what took place during this past week. First things first, we had an update on the Iran war. Big news happening there, obviously. So let me get into detail. On Wednesday night, President Trump gave his first primetime address since the United States entered the Iran war on February 28th. Speaking for about 19 minutes from the White House, the headline, he declared the war is, quote, nearing completion, and that the administration's goals have nearly been achieved. But the fine print tells us a different story. He said the United States will hit Iran, quote, extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks and threatened to destroy every one of Iran's electric generating plants if no deal is reached. Some key context to work with. Iran has effectively shut down the Strait of Hormuz, which handles roughly 20% of the world's population, triggering a global energy crisis and pushing U.S. gas prices above $4 a gallon. I was affected by that this week. Paid over $4 a gallon. Stupid. Markets have reacted. The S&P 500 futures dropped. NASDAQ fell 1%, and oil prices shot from about $98 per barrel to nearly $104 a barrel after the speech. Unfortunately, 13 servicemen of the United States have been killed. Iran said more than 1,700 of their own people have been killed. Analysts had expected either announcement of the war's end or a major escalation. And what we got was 20 minutes of familiar talking points. Trump has stepped up to criticize NATO, telling Reuters that he's, quote, absolutely considering withdrawing because NATO nations didn't join the war. And that's our updates at this moment. I have to say, one of the funny things that happened in that speech, we're going to bring them back to the Stone Age. But that did make me laugh. But as we're bringing up to you all here, and what's important is that, yeah, we pretty much know what was going on. I guess getting an update is I guess that's better than nothing.
Is it really an update, though?
Hearing it from the horse's mouth. I know, right? That's the question.
No, to answer your question, Jose. I mean, yes, because he told us something, but he'd already told us that. He told us that earlier in the day, like on the news when they asked him questions. He said everything he said in his speech, like that morning. So it's not even like, oh, well, he talked to us 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and now he's talking. Like, no, like we heard that morning pretty much everything he said that night.
Right.
Oh man, I mean, I don't really else have much to add besides the president making those things apparent. As I said on Monday's show, I just want these soldiers to come home unharmed. And we're really starting to feel this in our everyday lives, especially the high gas prices. The United Kingdom and Australia made addresses to their nations regarding energy crises too. And wouldn't be surprised if more nations follow. This is really fucking things up for this entire world we live in.
Well, I do want to say, I'll make a quick point out. One, he can't leave NATO. It's like not allowed. There's a law about it. Now, he doesn't care that much about laws, but there is a law about it. Marco Rubio actually wrote it, which is kind of funny. So we'll see how that goes. But two, he said something weird. He was like, we don't need the oil from the Strait of Hormuz. So that's not our problem. Everybody else can get it. But Matt, you just said it earlier at the beginning of the segment. How much did you pay for gas last time you went?
I
A gallon.
significant. I can remember. I feel at least, well, definitely not cheap. 385 last week, 370 the week before, and at least 340, 350 the week even before that. Like,
So,
yeah, it's gotten up. It's gotten up there.
We just paid 408 at the one by our house. We're up to 408 by where my wife and I live. So, Mr. President, what are we doing? Obviously, we need the gas. Obviously, why are the prices going up if we don't need the gas? Something, the math is not mathing. He says we don't need the gas because we have our own oil and we have Venezuela's oil. But the prices have gone up every day since we started bombing Iran. So somebody's wrong. Either all of the gas stations in the country are lying to us, or the president's lying. And I know which one I think it probably is. But like, don't, you know what I mean? Just be honest. Like, this whole we don't need the oil. That's so stupid. Yes, we do need the oil. Otherwise, you wouldn't have mentioned it. And the gas prices would still be low, which was kind of the whole reason half the people who voted for him voted for him.
Yeah, dude. As I mentioned, we are really feeling it. It's not fun, and you're starting to see the poll numbers change. And yeah, I really just wish in this time of the year where the weather's getting better, spring has sprung, vibes are changing a little bit, but yet our wallets are getting even bigger holes in them. And if you heard the president's speech, you would think that we are living in a utopia, but everybody disagrees. Literally everybody, no matter where you are on this political spectrum of ours. We're hurting. We showed you examples of Trump supporters losing their mind last week, and that number keeps growing. And an important midterm election will take place in November. And it's really pointing towards a major shift in Congress because this first half of this term has been a roller coaster, to say the least. So here's hoping, as you said, Ryan, why don't we move into some better accomplishments regarding the United States right now? And it's almost like we reported it first and we talked about it first. We brought this up during the first week of February, but NASA's Artemis II finally has lifted off. They lift off Wednesday night from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, the first crewed lunar mission since the Apollo program ended 53 years ago. We're going to the moon, baby. The crew, with Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, mission specialist Christina Koch, and all from NASA. Then we have the Canadian Space Agency's Jeremy Hansen, which has the first black astronaut, first woman, and first Canadian to travel to the moon. And what are they doing? They're not going to land on the moon, but they'll loop around it and get a great view of the far side, the dark side of the moon. And they are expecting a record for the farthest distance any human has ever traveled from planet Earth at 252,000 miles. They expect to splash down back to Earth on the 10th of April. But some things to show you all. Here is the actual rocket launch of Artemis. Whoops.
And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Space.
Booster ignition. And
Oh.
liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
There it goes.
Roll pitch.
All the way to the sky. How about that, gentlemen? And since this launch, we've gotten some pictures. This is the thing I've been looking forward to the most. With the updated technology, we can really see what's out there. Number one, I believe this was from NASA themselves. We have two pictures here. One, we can actually see the crescent of Earth that hasn't been seen in like 50 years. And then this picture of Earth's surfaces to prove to the flat earthers, not flat.
I mean, this won't.
I mean, yeah, they've seen some backlash to that. Some of the leaders of the flat Earth movement saying this is just a Hollywood production. But you know, if you want to waste your time on this Earth, you do it with that stupid ideology.
Agreed. I'm excited to see the far side of the moon. I mean, I have to imagine it looks a lot like the other side of the moon, which I guess will be a bit of a letdown. But just the fact that we're going to have people who can see it is pretty cool, I would say.
Yeah, right? Jose, I remember when we first brought this up in February, you weren't that impressed. Are you more impressed now?
Fuck no.
Right
I don't give a
there.
shit about the other side of the fucking moon. Who gives a shit? It's dark.
What if there's aliens there?
Yeah, what if that's where the aliens are?
Yeah, go. Congratulations, everybody. You just
Superheroes.
pissed them off.
They'll be fine. We that's why we sent the Canadian. They're friendly.
Remember that when they come over here, when they come over and fucking beam the shit out of us, remember Ryan, be like, oh, don't worry about it.
I saw someone on Twitter asked why we were sending a Canadian to our moon. And I do have to say, it is not our moon. America's a great country, but we don't own the moon. It is unowned, at least for the time being. But I thought that was funny. Our moon. I'm excited for when we land on it. And that's the next trip, right?
Our flag's there, so we own it.
Well, I saw it was Russia's, right?
No,
I don't see no.
the
no
United States
Russian-
is the only nation ever land
Yeah,
on the moon.
Ryan, go fuck
Really?
off, Ryan.
Yep.
And that person
Damn.
yeah, so guess who owns it? We do.
I mean, that's not how ownership works, but that is impressive.
Sounds like when you see someone's flag there, it's kind of like
I'll tell you what, we shouldn't allow them to put a Canadian one down. They can come with us, but I agree. Let's leave just our flag up there. Anyway, not the point. Point is, it'll be cool to actually land on the moon again, because we haven't done that in our lifetime, right? It's been 53 years since the Apollo program. And I do believe the next mission is supposed to land on the moon, right?
That's where they're projecting in 2027.
Right. So like that's exciting. I mean this is exciting too because you got to do this to do the next phase. That's how it
why?
works.
Why do you need to go see the other side of the moon just to get land there? Why couldn't we just
mean?
Oh.
We have to see that we can do it.
We
have to be
did
able
it
to sure we
before.
can do it.
We did it once with the shitty technology. Why
That
couldn't
was
we
the
do it
other
now?
side. We got to go around.
Oh,
That's what
come
we're trying
on.
to practice.
I learned like the amount of technology needed to put someone on the moon in the late 60s, early 70s is as much is literally stored in his iPhone.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy to think about.
Like that.
But
and
also,
now we could, quadruple million times that.
because
we can do it in HD now, Jose.
Yeah, I'm not worried that they weren't gonna be able to do it, but they do have to technically test it before they try to land on the moon, I would assume. Also, did you hear their Outlook was having issues?
Yeah, I heard there was something going on before they could go.
Man, that's gotta be the worst advertisement for Microsoft. Even the astronauts have to deal with the crappy Outlook issues. So, no, I mean, this is cool. And again, I'm excited for what it means for the short-term future about landing on the moon again. Because we haven't, it'd be cool to see that. See a person walk on the moon in real time.
I wonder if it's going to be a big story. This wasn't a big story. Like, the next time somebody goes on the moon, will we have everybody around our streams now or TV
we'll
to
never
watch
have
it?
that.
I think, the 400 million people watched the first moon landing?
Yeah, but that's might as well be a different planet from today. Like that's
Yeah, and
just
I'm
not how
wondering,
we
will
are.
that happen even on streams or on a cable event?
I don't think so.
I
But
think they'll
maybe.
at least try. I think they'll make a event out of it. Just we'll
Oh,
see
for
if
sure.
people will
Yeah.
tune in or not.
Yeah, they'll make an event. I agree with that. I
Come on,
just don't
man.
know that people will watch.
Netflix is gonna be all over that.
Yeah,
Sponsored by Netflix. That would be that would be
I just
something
don't know that
Netflix would
it's
go
going
to
to
get the
work in
streaming
terms
rights.
of 400 million people or whatever Matt said watching all at the same time. I don't think that'll happen, but maybe.
I'm just looking now. I don't think there is a stream yet, an Artemis II stream, or maybe there is. I'm looking right now on YouTube. No.
I mean, there was for takeoff, but I don't know if they still have it
Yeah,
on.
no, like you can't tune into the spaceship.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time. So that's what we have, and there are some more breakthroughs in technology, including now I'm seeing in Disney World. There, instead of having people be in those costumes, they're starting animatronics, actual robots. When I was a kid, I actually thought they were just robots themselves, not actual. The mascots weren't actual people. So, I'm sorry. Let me skip really quickly. I just wanted to share this young kid who was at the launch before we go to the next segment. This is my reaction to this, and more people should have his reaction.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon, that's why.
Exactly. Jose, he's talking to you.
Yeah, he was talking directly to Jose with that.
You can tell that kid's never gonna get laid. That's why.
He's 8, Jose.
Well, he's got a whole lifetime of his virginity to keep up.
Hey,
We'll see. I don't care either way, but
so switching it up though, we had this incident take place in Disney World during the week. This really, really upset people, and we have to let you know about it. So you guys know Olaf?
the snowman?
Yeah, from Frozen.
I do.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys like I actually never seen Frozen, believe it or not.
Never
seen
saw
It's
it.
pretty good. I have seen it. It's pretty good.
Of course, the one of the three. You already know who did the one.
That is
Saw it with
that
my
is
wife,
on brand.
so I'm good.
Jesus.
All right. Well, regardless though, Olaf is now a character, and you could go meet him at Disney World. Jose, do you have any Disney World trips planned? You could meet him yourself.
Actually, I actually am going first week in November.
All right, well, Olaf will be there. It'll be cold enough for a
He's
snowman.
well, he's there every fucking year in Epcot, and every year I skip that.
Well, this year he's expecting you.
Well, good luck on that.
I'll call ahead since I saw Frozen. I actually have his number.
There you go.
We'll have to see though, because at the World of Frozen area in Disney World Paris, Olaf, the animatronic, went to see and visit a bunch of people, but something terribly went wrong. Something very bad happened. Look at Olaf here.
Mm-hmm.
Talking with everybody. He died.
Narcoleptic. He didn't die.
I wish someone shot that guy.
Literally, yeah. They pick up all the, what do they call them? The Imagineers, and they have to send them home. They have to take them back. Aww. That is a bummer here, but the incident that happened earlier in the week. The Olaf robot was mid-interaction with the crowd when it froze up mid-sentence, fell straight backwards, and his carrot detached.
Why can't they? I have an idea for Disney World, and they can take it for free. Why don't you go to Times Square, hire one of them little Mexicans, and give them like a voice box. Give them like a little voice box so they can hit the button to speak to the guests with one-liners and call it a day. You save so much money.
Have them smell
by
like
doing
cigarettes and failure.
Yeah, ain't that some shit? Go to Times Square and they've got their fucking Mickey Mouse head off, and shit, smoking a cig, trying to charge people $20 for a fucking photo.
I think that's why they
You-
don't go with that route. I think that's why they go with the animatronics now.
Well,
But
if you tell Felipe, hey, motherfucker, but you
don't pass out.
keep the hat on, and we won't call ice on you. Right?
Olaf gets arrested by
Oh
ice.
my
That's a
God.
little on the nose, isn't it, for a snowman?
It is pretty cool thing. It literally is a 35-inch robot.
No,
There's
it's
3
super
computers in it, 20 actuators. It walks freely around the park. It talks to you, sings, and interacts with guests. And it's actually voiced by Josh Gad himself using
Mhm.
AI to react
Mimic
in
him,
real
yeah.
time.
When they really say AI is taking over, they're taking over every fucking thing.
Yeah,
Even
this
the
is what they
fucking
mean.
mascots. Yes.
This is what they mean.
Exactly. So y'all little computer jobs, y'all little bacon motherfuckers that still got a job right now, you better hold on to that bitch tight. Because once they get over these mascots, it's
Yeah,
coming straight for
this
you.
is step one. Once they can do mascots without
Mm-hmm.
stroking out in front of a group of people,
First doing Olaf first, and then soon it will be Mickey.
and then Skynet. It's gonna go that order.
Hey, think about it.
Yeah.
They won't need breaks. Nothing bummed me out when I would go to amusement park and it was their break time and they just
Wow.
leave you.
You know the
Well,
worst.
they
no,
might
the-
need breaks though, because Olaf just passed out.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. Like, I don't know when's the last time you guys went to Disney World. You'd be there fucking
Long
for like a
time.
half hour to go fucking get just to take a picture of fucking Goofy, that little fucking mime dog. And then they're like, oh, wait another 15 minutes. Goofy will come back. And you know that motherfucker's just going there for a fucking cigarette break.
A cigarette
So
break too.
I think this is a nice step forward.
I agree with you, man.
Taking our jobs. The robots are taking our jobs.
But
Mhm.
it's a literal robot, so
It is cool though. The robot looked good. It moved good till it fell. So
they're definitely learning from this. All right, next though, right? I have to show you this content creator, Nat VPOV. I've always wondered when I would watch a superhero show, a superhero movie, where do you get these henchmen? This shows where you get them. The people
Okay.
who will fight off the superhero before the final boss shooting at you, all of that. This is where you find henchmen in real life. Look at this. Look at Nat VPOV. He literally recruits people on the street, and I'll show you what I mean.
Two motherfuckers with nothing to do. What's up with your boy? I need soldiers, I need warriors. That's for you. How many push-ups can you do? Do 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You one of them stone cold niggas. Your new job is to sit and stare at that ocean. I need you to stand and control. What is this? That's for you.
That's some good too.
I know, but that's some better. Listen here, little nigga. You work for me.
You work for me. There's more examples of this as he recruits.
He's got
This guy
more
right here.
recruits, huh?
Yes, I got something for you. But hold on. How many push-ups can you do? Do 10 push-ups. I'll give you this 5 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Listen here. You work for me now, you hear me? I need you to stand guard.
All
right
right.
behind this bathroom. Stare at that ocean. And make sure the Pacific don't cross over with the Atlantic. You get to live today.
I got another one more.
Bored, unemployed, looking for me. Spin on pack draw.
Oh my god, for real?
That's for you.
Is that from the dispensary?
Paper, rock, scissors out of YouTube.
Paper,
Why do you
rock,
guys always pick rock? You work for me now. You're one of my warriors. Where your shoes at? Don't worry, you don't need shoes. You're grounded to the earth. You're a fucking warrior. Guess what? You two get to live to... Where'd you get this bike?
This is weird. He's got an army now. Like, I'm a little scared.
You work for me now.
He's got what?
You think that's what the Joker said when he was getting his crew?
Yeah, he's got 4 or 5 guys now. I would be scared if he rolled up with 4 or 5 guys.
And if you want to follow him at Nate POV, there's hundreds of videos like this. That's his niche as a content
Hundreds of
creator.
videos.
Yeah.
Are we sure he's not a supervillain?
The one that we haven't noticed then yet.
He's got 100 people that he's paid to watch the ocean for him. That feels like what a supervillain would do.
And then he says, "You live today.
You live today. You work for me now."
You're right though. I would have to. I'd have to keep guard, if you will. You work for me.
I wouldn't want to be a henchman. I don't think I'm cut out for henchman life.
The henchman life.
Yeah, well, there's too much sitting around waiting to get beat up.
Ryan, you were about to be a priest at one point in your life. All you would have done was just sit down and do nothing.
That's not at all accurate about how priests' jobs are, but yeah. Just sitting there getting beat up. I wouldn't. That's a hard life.
That's what they do. They just stay. They just stay and wait.
And wait until the hero shows up.
No, he was talking.
Oh,
about,
the priest. He thinks the priest just sits quietly in church till Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not quite what a priest does on their day to day, but yeah.
Man, that's what I honestly thought Father Dave did.
He just sat there waiting for you.
Yeah, like how we.
Well, he only got time. He only got time for Sunday's confession, Sunday's mass, and then scoping out the little kids and fucking youth service.
Well, they do confession throughout the week. It's not just Sunday. Obviously, they prepare for Sunday's mass. They go to local hospitals to do anointing of the sick and last rites. They've got a decent what's it called?
Day.
If there's any charities that they have to do or that they work with, they do that. If they're connected to a Catholic school, they probably have some sort of affiliation, be it, prayer or teaching at the Catholic school. Priest has a lot that, depending on where you're a priest, you could have a lot to do.
I feel like I would do the country priest, where I do wait till Sunday, and the church is an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
Do the small town preacher thing.
Yeah, that sounds like a great life, don't you think?
It's not the one I would. I mean, you don't get to pick, obviously, but or Catholics don't get to pick. But that wouldn't be my first choice. No.
I hear you though. I hear you loud and clear. All right, so just one moment right here. All right, who wants to play a game? Gay
or
the game is gay or straight, where you look at somebody and you think they are gay or straight. That's what this content creator did. So let's see if we follow along at OJ Benavides. So you guys tell me, are they gay or straight? And see their own reaction to it too.
No, I'm not. I'm not gay, bro.
You're straight?
Yeah, I am.
You think that another guy would think you're straight?
For sure, yes.
For sure?
This guy right here, bro, you think he's gay or straight, bro?
I think he's gay.
Why is that?
It's just an educated guess. He got some. He fly, but he
in a gay way. Okay, that's fine. Are you gay or straight?
Straight.
You think the next guy would agree with that?
Yeah, I hope so.
You think this guy is gay or straight?
To be honest, he looks pretty fucking gay to me though. But I'm not here to judge though. You feel me?
Why you say he looks gay?
The tags get it away, man. To be honest with you, man. that guy looks fucking crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Don't not show me that shit again, gang.
All right, bro. What about you? Are you gay or straight?
Hey, look, man. That's up to discussion, man. That's not up to me though. That's.
What, are you gay or straight, bro?
No.
I'm just asking you a question.
I'm good. I'm straight though.
I'm straight. You think other people will believe that?
Like I said. It's up to the people, not up to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think this guy looks gay or straight?
It looks like he's trying too hard. I don't know. I think he's trying to hide it.
Trying to hide it? Why do you think that?
I don't know. The way he's positioned, everything. I don't know. He's trying too hard.
Trying too hard. Well, are you gay or straight?
I'm straight.
You're straight?
Yeah, straight.
Do you think others would agree?
Probably, yeah.
Probably?
Yeah.
Hey, you think this guy is gay or straight?
Low-key gay.
Why do you think he's gay?
The fedora kind of...
The fedora?
Yeah, I see it too.
Are you gay or straight?
Not gay.
Not gay. Do you think the next person would think you're straight?
Yeah, for sure.
This guy right here, bro, does he look gay?
Gay
as
as
shit? Okay. Is there any reason why you think that?
Look at him. Do I gotta explain more? Do I gotta explain more?
Okay. Are you gay or straight?
I'm straight as fuck.
You're straight as fuck?
Yeah, straight as fuck.
Are you gay or are you straight?
What does this say about us?
It says that if
they
you
just
find-
assume we have everybody's gay.
Yeah, it shows that if you go to a drunk guy at a night out, they're gonna call every guy they see gay.
I could see some of the pictures where people would actually guess that.
Yeah, no, there's a
But-
few that I might guess gay, but the fact that every single one of them gets gay for the person is insane. They did not all look gay.
I think it just shows. I think it just shows the ignorance from guys.
Yeah,
But
if you
the-
gave me a picture of Ryan, I would have said gay no matter what.
Well,
I'm
that's just
fucking
because
with you,
it's
Ryan.
me.
Yeah. I'm fucking with you, Ryan.
Well, no, I'll be honest. Like, I don't know. It depends on the picture, obviously. But if someone saw a picture of me and thought gay, I wouldn't necessarily be like, "How dare they?" I'm not,
No.
right? I'm not giving off a particularly, super hetero mask vibe, right?
Yeah,
So
I
I'm not.
think any pose a guy does, they would just assume that.
Right, but so I mean,
honestly.
like, some of them didn't even pose though. Like, a couple of guys just kind of stood there and they're like, "Gay." I'm like, "No, he's just a dude standing there."
Still gay. Okay, so April Fool's was on Wednesday. I was able to get a few people with April Fool's jokes. Simply got to do it early in the morning before they can contextualize what's going on. So we saw a bunch of people doing April Fool's jokes that went viral. Number one, the stupid, who's that, Wildlife Conservatory that said there's a 190-year-old turtle died. They said that was an April Fool's joke that he died, but they're alive and well. That's weird. What
That is
other
a
ones
weird
did we
one.
see?
They said a female James Bond. They cast a female James Bond or some bullshit. Everybody kept fucking sending me that bullshit.
The you can't share videos on Twitter.
Yes,
That'd
I
be
did see.
that'd be a
Yeah.
disaster. That was true. But that was one. The Washington Wizards, Ryan's hometown team, does this
That
stunt.
one was wild.
They do this stunt, right? Well, his apology for it, but they tricked this whole arena to say that this guy made a half-court shot, then didn't. And there's April Fool's, and here is that clip.
This is the one, though. Jackson, it's all on you. This might be history if you get this done. For $10,000. Oh my.
Yes, sir.
Dancing like he won. Why is the Tigers mascot
They're
though?
going crazy. The contestants going crazy. The crowd is going crazy. Jackson, oh my gosh. You didn't see it. We all saw it. You want to see it? All right, take a look at the screen for the replay. That was crazy. You go up with it right here, and you see how it just doesn't actually go in.
Let me ask you, if you didn't see that initially, because it went, as I mentioned, it did get debunked. It was an April Fool's joke, and the Wizards even apologized. They said, "We apologize for last night's April Fool's joke that left many wondering if we misled a fan." I mean, they do every single season, but the skit involving our mascot and other members of our performance team was scripted, intended to celebrate the day. All participants were in on the joke. We missed the mark. Our fans are our priority. We continue to commit to providing a positive experiences for all who attend our games.
That's so soft.
They should have stayed with it.
Yeah.
We doubled down. I agree with that.
No, I mean, again, don't be mean, but like, it's a joke. And I get it. Just be like, guys, relax. He was in on it. The joke wasn't on him. The joke was on everybody else. Like, that's fine. I don't understand why they had to apologize. You didn't miss the mark. I understood the joke. I understood it immediately. You didn't miss the mark just because someone got offended for no reason. Like, it's one thing to clarify because people were like, "Wait, did you really just make a poor guy think he got $10,000 and take it away?" That would absolutely be a dick thing to do, by the way. So like, I get being like, "No, we didn't do that. It was a skit celebrating April Fools." Don't apologize. You have nothing to apologize for.
I couldn't say it any better, but it was pretty funny, regardless, though. And maybe
Also,
for a
there's
hot
nobody there.
second, for a hot second, I might have actually believed it. I think they kind of did well
Selling
with the
it,
joke, but yeah, then they just confirmed we were all suckers there.
But again, it's okay if someone fell for it was kind of concerned. It's good to or fine to put out the statement being like, it was a joke. The guy knew about it. It's okay. But just I don't get why you have to apologize for things that are not apology worthy.
I
It
guess
makes
had a lot of
actual
angry people
apologies
reach out.
stupid. You know what I mean? It makes the actual apologies worthless because you also have to you're apologizing for something stupid. So then when you apologize for something serious, it all gets wrapped up in the same bullshit.
Right? Doesn't that
It's
upset
crazy.
you?
It does.
Do you have an April Fool's memory? You remember ever getting really duped or somebody else really doing a good job tricking people?
So this is from this year, but I didn't trick anybody this year. However, as Matt for sure knows, I won't go into details, but there was an issue back, with in my family with one of our family members' house, right? Recently. And so I told some people about it, but I didn't tell them right away because I was just busy. So I happened to tell them on April 1st. And so no one believed me.
Oh,
They all
jeez.
thought that I was telling a joke. And so they were asking questions trying to catch me in the joke, and I was answering them truthfully because it had actually happened. And so it literally was like 5 minutes in, maybe a little bit more, and finally one of the people was like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" I even sent them the article in the newspaper about it. Like I wasn't trying to make it look like a joke. I completely forgot it was April Fool's Day. But yeah, I told people, I was sharing with, friends of mine something that happened to me, and they all thought I was kidding because it was April Fool's.
April Fool's is harder to pull off on the internet. You only have a certain really early morning window to pull it off.
Right, because then everybody remembers, and yeah.
So, there you go. Okay, but this was the most cruel April Fool's joke of them all. It really was. I was duped on this and legit upset. You all know I love movies. I try to go once a week. I love the movie theater. It's tough to eat snacks there because your body gets all rumbly and sick, but it's still great, part of the experience. And they offered this idea, which I do anyways, the bunch of crunch dispenser that you would go get your popcorn and all this bunch of crunch falls into your bucket of popcorn, which I do with when I get a bunch of crunch that's like $10. It's stupid. But throw that in and I'm in heaven. And then Nestle came out and said, "Yeah, we lied. That was an April Fool's joke on what would be a literal brilliant idea."
I know. Feel like they should try it.
Right?
Cool. I don't put bunch of crunch in my popcorn, but I know a lot of people were really excited about that.
Yeah.
So I feel like
they did it for a whole week, which I guess was good, and then they announced it last week. I think I sent it in a group our group chat.
I saw that. Yeah.
Really, really excited. Only for it to not be true.
So I feel like they should before next April. They should try and get it done. Right? You have a year, get it done, develop it. Put it out in a few select locations. People will think it's another joke, and then this time, instead of being a joke, it's real.
Couldn't say it any better. All right. So one more clip before the dating takes of the day. We have a stand-up bit that I just had. I can't give you any context.
Yeah.
We have Aries Spears, who we've featured before. One of my favorite comedians, doing some great crowd work. And what a world we live in. Seriously. What a world we live in. Because you never know who you run into.
And you are, I don't know.
There's you already say, don't say it. Don't say it, laughing.
What's your name, bro? What's your name?
Elmo.
Elmo? This retarded ass nigga. Elmo. Where you get that Sesame Street ass name?
Hey, Bert. It's Elmo, Bert.
This nigga's name is Elmo. I'm so glad you two big stop drinking out them goddamn fish bowls. Y'all look like the two biggest niggas I've ever seen. Elmo, how's yours taste? Elmo. God damn. Elmo, what's your last name, brother?
Oh, you trying to get me out?
We here now. What's your last name?
Hines.
Elmo Hines? Oh. I don't know it, but something tell me this nigga sleep with a teddy bear. Oh my God. Jay.
I've heard some stupid names. That's a tough one you can't live down. Elmo every single time. Hey, Elmo. Elmo this, Elmo that. It's Elmo. I guess there was some time where that was a normal name.
I don't know that.
In the early 80s, pre-1980s, it wasn't that bizarre of a name to be Elmo, but now you just can't.
My thing is
Elmo.
But you know.
Elmo Hines.
You know your name is Elmo, right? You know that when you woke up in the morning, put on your shirt and your hat to go to this comedy show. You knew your name was Elmo when you did all that. And you still sat in the front row.
Mm-hmm.
You still put yourself directly in front of a stand-up comedian. I'm going to give Elmo props because you have to have some pretty steel cojones to say, yeah, I know he's going to make fun of Elmo. I mean, if you're a stand-up comedian, you've just been gifted, however long that was, 4 to 5 minutes, making fun of Elmo. Because, yeah, obviously. So, good on him for not being afraid to sit directly in the splash zone with a name like Elmo. But, yeah, that's a wild choice from the Hines family to go with Elmo.
What's the craziest name you ever heard of someone having besides Elmo?
Brickashaw.
That's a pretty crazy name. I heard someone named Christmas. That's a bad one.
Christmas?
Yeah. Christmas
like
Abbott.
Short?
Yeah, she was on a TV show. Christmas Abbott.
That's tough. Yeah, I don't like that.
Elmo
is. I mean, that's.
I can't. I'll be thinking about that for a few days. Like he said, every single time, your name's Elmo.
Yeah, it was a question, not a statement. Every time. Hoping that the name changed.
Jeez. All right. Well, with that, let's get into our dating moments of the day. I got a good amount of them. So let's break it down. Me, Ryan, and Jose first. How do I start this one? You ever heard of the term? All right, let me start it with what Reclaim D1 said. Modern woman details a situation / hookup she met from Hinge, claiming she doesn't want to catch feelings, but he hit it right. Every man should be aware that all modern women have the digital footprint of an adult film actress. Every single one of them, and don't let the trad wives tell you differently. That's what the comment on Twitter said. Do we agree that?
No, obviously, but continue.
Do all women have deep down a passion like a adult film actress? But we'll see what this person says regarding it, and that she was dickmatized. They say dickmatized.
Dickmatized.
Hey guys, I'm about to get ready for my first sneaky leak ever. Also, second body ever, by the way. Also on my period, by the way.
Okay.
Anyways, he's hot.
Okay, that's a lot of info.
Yeah, but he's not boyfriend material, so there's absolutely no strings attached. So I'm not gonna get hurt. I promise I'm not gonna get hurt. Swear on my life, I'm not getting hurt. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna pregame that shit, because I can't do this sober, what the fuck? But yeah, I'll be back when I'm ready. So I was in the middle of getting ready, but homeboy canceled on me, so. I'm still gonna get ready, because, I don't know, but I have no destination. It's okay, I have a roster, let me see if anybody wants to hang out.
Oh!
I'm gonna kill myself. Well, hey, it's the next day, and he did come over today instead. That
She's
shit
proud
was so
of this.
worth it. I look a literal fucking mess. That's how you know. That's how you know shit was good. I'm so tired. I don't know how to recover from this, I fear. I also think I accidentally made him fall for me. That was not supposed to happen. But like, we cuddled after, so. And then he started saying how like, he was regretting installing Hinge, but then he met me, and now he's glad that he got it. I was like, oh. He said he didn't even go on any dates before. Oh! So. Also, he was kind of giving boyfriend material, guys, tonight. I don't know.
Uh-oh. She's falling for him, too.
We could see what happens after the dopamine hit dies, too.
Well, yeah.
But maybe with the digital footprint, there are some people who really want to brag about situations like that. But, you know, not only can girls get dickmatized, and then guys could get pussy whipped at the same time with good play down there. Jose, what does that video show you and reflect on?
You can, with a good dick game, you can turn any bitch.
Well, sounds like he turned too, though.
Well, she could just say that she's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People say dumb shit to keep fucking. Come on, Ryan.
We don't know. We don't know that that's what happened.
Sure, but he
I'm
could.
serious. We don't know.
No, I agree. I agree with you.
We do know because I say that same bullshit.
Well, that's
every
you,
second,
Jose.
Somebody
I
made a
you
video
didn't say it. I
that
said
hasn't gone viral yet, Jose.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say he can't be lying. I just said we don't know that he's lying.
Well,
Good chance he
like
is,
her.
though. I do think he
Yeah,
probably.
he's fucking lying.
He might be. I don't know. That's what I mean. I'm not going to say
We
no,
don't have a part
'cause that'd
2
be
of
crazy.
this.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. We'll need part 2.
Your first date is just smashing and going. You don't even take the bitch out anywhere. That's not wifey material.
No,
And
God,
the-
no. Yeah, no. They're definitely not. This is not going to be a long-term thing for either of them, given that, again, their first meetup was at her house just to...
on her period. I wonder how bloody that can be.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously he seemed to be okay with that, so that's fine.
I mean, most men are, Ryan. Come on, Ryan.
Oh, no, I didn't say they were. I'm just saying. I don't know why you brought it up. He seemed fine with it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a young person up and feeling it. And now I personally think she made herself look dumb, but maybe it worked out for all we know. But
well, I mean,
that's not a good. That's not a good reflection.
It's definitely still not an
only-
ideal thing to post on the internet that your family and people can see, right?
I know. Like, what are we supposed to get out of this?
That
Are
she
you
had
telling
sex?
that she is proving the point about a good dick game will change anybody?
Yep.
But I mean, she was bragging about it before she even got any. He could have sucked. He didn't, apparently, but he could have.
Yeah,
she
but
was
that's the
probably
point.
the one who fell for him too. Honestly, that's my
She
prediction.
definitely fell for him.
And
at the
that's where
end,
she's maybe trying to
boyfriend
manifest
material.
in her head.
Maybe,
manifest
yeah.
in her head that
No.
I changed him.
Yeah, before she met him, she said not boyfriend material. Now all of a sudden he was giving off boyfriend material. No, she absolutely fell for him too. I say two, maybe just her, but she absolutely fell for him. I don't know. To me, it's like, what do you get by putting that online, right? I mean, views. I guess maybe if you're a content creator, this is how you get paid. But the next person, and I'm not usually like this, right? I'm not this person. But the next person that you talk to they can still see this video, right? And even if they're fine with it, even if they're like me and they're, okay with you having a past, they're still going to be kind of thinking about it. Like I would personally be thinking about that, right? if I was hooking up with her, if we went on a date or whatever, I'd be like, well, she made that video about the other dude. I wonder how I'm doing. Right? Or like, is she gonna make a video about
Yeah,
me?
right.
Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna think of, I don't know exactly,
And I think maybe
each
that's where
person's
he's
different.
getting this person who wrote about the digital footprint. Could be just salty on dating and women. That's like he's like, see, look at this.
Oh, he definitely is, because he said all women have the digital footprint of like a whatever, an adult film star, which is just an insane thing. All of our mothers are on social media. They do not have a footprint of an adult film star. Just as a brief example. So just because you can't get any doesn't mean all of the women you know are floozies. Just means that you're not that fun to hang out with.
Mhm.
All right, the next one I have. So this is the context here from Men's Corner from Jessica Sweat. She says there's only 2 types of men in this world.
Oh.
Of a girl showing her text messages. Number 1, with a number who does just a regular phone number. What's your go-to meal from McDonald's? She gets one text from a guy. The other text she gets from some dude, let me fuck the shit out of you. Was the other guy. This guy, Andrew Hayes, responds, notice which guy got the saved contact.
That's pretty good, actually.
We should make it clear you should not text a woman, let me fuck the shit out of you, unless unless you guys are dating already. She knows it's coming. You've established that you could speak naughty to each other like that. You can't just say that to anybody. So maybe for what we know that she's already hooked up with this guy, maybe seeing him. And then this is another and then this is another person they met on an app. What's your favorite go-to meal at McDonald's?
I would say there's basically a 98% chance that the dude who texted, whose number she had saved, has already slept with her, and that was a booty call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was not a first meeting, whereas the other person was very clearly someone who she may not have even actually taken on a date yet, because he's talking about favorite McDonald's meal. So I do think it's unfair to compare.
That's a turn off. Don't
two.
ask fucking favorite McDonald's.
Yeah. Also, no one.
You ask that when you're cuddling in bed.
Sure, maybe if you're really feeling brave.
Man, Jose, you think that's a great strategy? Have you ever met people who probably say, "What's your favorite go-to meal at McDonald's?" A Big Mac.
And I instantly ghost them right after.
Well, a lot of men say that to you as well, Jose.
A lot of men and a lot of women.
Go-to meal at McDonald's.
I mean, I would say the only way to do that successfully is if you went out for like drinks or whatever, like a lot of drinks, and you were kind of hammered, and you ended up getting McDonald's because you both needed to sober up. If you at that point in time wanted to ask what their go-to meal is at McDonald's, you could do that. But that is the only time.
Yeah, you two are looking at each other in the face.
At McDonald's, correct.
At that
There's
point,
no other time where
after
you could
a night out with each other.
Right. You cannot text that. You just can't.
Oy. Okay. Yo, somebody wrote this post named North Day Game. I've been looking forward to this, Ryan and Jose, that I had it for Monday, and I saved these next 3 specifically.
Oh boy.
About, let's say, the formula of this. So you tell me. This person says things you notice after dating for 201 years. Sorry.
201 years.
Things you've noticed after dating 201 girls in 2 years. This is somebody's personal experience. You all tell me if this is accurate. Number 1, the quiet ones are always the best in bed. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2, girls who hate their dad will give you hell. The girlfriends that have less than 500, the best girlfriends are the ones that have less than 500 followers.
Okay.
The ones who cook for you are the ones who actually care. Yes. Girls who keep their phone face down on the table are rare. Keep them. That part too. If she mentions other guys often, you're an option. Yep. Girl raised by good fathers respect men naturally. I have another half of this, some of those stuff. I think this is pretty good. I think this is I do think this is accurate. What can I tell you?
I mean, he's dated 200 girls in 2 years. That's a pretty big sample size. If we're being like just empirically,
he
if we're
can't
being
truly
honest,
pull it.
he's clearly I mean, I guess the only thing I could say is there's 360 days in a year. 201 girlfriends. He did not date any of them very long.
Nope.
Right? Oh, it's 2 years though, actually, isn't it? So it's
Yeah,
double. So actually, he could have
there's some
dated them
people he
all
could have
for months.
could be
Genuinely.
that too, or maybe went on a couple of dates on the same night. So the other things I have.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, continue.
If she posts daily selfies, she needs more attention than you give.
Okay.
If she says all my exes were crazy, she was the problem.
That's true of guys too, by the way. I'm throwing that out there. But
girls who walk close to you in the street already chose you. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good indicator. If she argues for attention, she'll never give you peace. The ones who remember small details from your conversations are keepers. Yep. Girls who offer you the last piece of food love you more than they will ever say. And he ends it with, I've dated 201 girls in the last 2 years. These patterns never lie. Save them. Thank you, North Day Game. I think
big if true.
I don't think there's anything wrong here.
I mean, yeah, like I said, if you dated 200 girls in 2 years, you have probably a pretty good sense of what girlfriends do and don't do. I think that that's a fair assessment, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Nothing sounded
These aren't
like
criticisms. These are just things he notices too.
Yeah, nothing sounded crazy. I mean, yeah, anyone who's got issues with their parents is going to be a problem. The cooking thing was interesting, only because I don't know that many. I mean, I guess if you live with somebody and they would cook for you, but it'd be weird if someone cooked for you and you didn't live together. I feel, but I mean, once in a while, of course. But no, I mean, I thought most of it was fine. To be honest with you, I know you were hoping that I would disagree, but no. I do think that a lot of that applied to everybody. I think that that wasn't quite as gender specific as the guy maybe wanted it to be. Again, specifically, if anyone ever says all of my exes were crazy, I do not care their gender. I do not care their sexual orientation. There is no way for somebody to have only had bad exes. Genuinely. Genuinely. We had this conversation Monday, actually, about what exes would say about you, right?
Yeah.
No one is ever going to have only bad exes. I'm sorry. It's not possible. You
Only
were
bad?
absolute. If they were always the problem, that means you were always the problem.
It's a fair thing to take in. All right.
But yeah, other than that.
So we also saw this in Shabvani. He says these are the formulas that make relationships work. Between guys and girls, it's simple. There's only 3 types of relationships that work on a physical standpoint. The looks maxing, if you want to take it that deep, but you tell me if this is true. Ugly guys and hot girls, those relationships always work. In general, I'm saying, I think. There's definitely ugly guys and hot girls in relationships that don't work, but they usually work, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I think if you're a girl who can get a lot of different guys because you're very attractive and you end up falling for someone who's just objectively not that attractive, you are probably pretty well into them because you could have anybody you wanted and you're picking an ugly guy, right? So that makes sense. Money could be a part of that too. We got to always keep that as a thing in the back of our mind. But I think that that's a fair statement that if someone is objectively much hotter than you and they're dating you, it means they really like you.
It's either money or you're safe. One of the two.
Well, whatever it is, if they're still dating you, that means they like you.
We also
That's not true. They treat guys like purses, all right? Accessories.
Well, anyway,
Yeah, I
An
think there is
accessory
a
that's
lot of
ugly.
examples of that.
Nobody wants an
The
ugly
gold
accessory.
digger.
I don't mean people, girls.
Well, the gold digger is different. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying if you're not rich and you're just ugly and you've got a hot girlfriend, you're good at something that she likes because she's still with you.
Again, you're safe as fuck, and you probably never you're low rated to cheat on her or play her or use her. She might just like you in the sense of being around her because you're safe,
Can I be
not
honest with
because
you?
she
Actually,
really
though,
like you.
Jose, maybe that's true. But honest, if someone is willing to date someone that they find ugly because they've been cheated on so much, whatever. Being a good person, that's a perfectly attractive thing to some people. So I don't, I mean, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, but even if you're right, I don't think it changes what Matt is saying.
Mm-hmm. So the other two formulas, pretty self-explanatory. Hot guys and hot girls are with each other. Ugly guys and ugly girls. But the one relationship that never works, according to Shivani, and you two tell me this in this low-key question of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Why do hot guys and ugly girls never work out?
Do they never work out?
Yes. And more I think about it.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, right? You can't. What's a relationship that's successful with a hot guy and an ugly girl?
I mean, obviously, beauty is in the eye. Yeah, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but nothing really comes.
You always hear
mind.
stories of people like, I'm sad to say, but I've heard guys say, yeah, she's hot enough for me to hook up with her, but not to be seen in public. That's just a sad reality.
And I do think that maybe that's why, like, that answers the question, that guys are more willing to forego relationships. So if you're a hot guy who can sleep with anybody, you're down to sleep with anybody, but you're not necessarily going to be with somebody just because you can sleep with them. Whereas again, I do think a hot girl who opts to sleep with an ugly guy, as an example, is probably into that guy for some reason, be it safety, be it funny, be it money, whatever. We're not going to litigate fictional reasons here. But like, I do think basically a guy will sleep with almost anything. And I think a hot girl is probably more selective, which means if they select the person that is objectively not as attractive as them, there must have been a rationale for it. So maybe that's why.
I think that's a fair theory. And then the last one to go before we do our questions of the day. We're going to go a little deeper into this. Murray Hill guy. He said this is the most secure relationships in terms of ethnic backgrounds.
Okay.
All right. So we got more than the first four. White guys and Latinas. Secure relationships.
That's a pretty common mix.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot. White guys and Latinas. Yeah, Japanese guys, Japanese girls. I don't really know a lot of Japanese people. I haven't met a lot in my life, but
they're all. I mean, Japan is predominantly Japanese people, so I guess you could go.
Yeah,
by that.
right. Like they're not. There's not as many on the East Coast compared to like the West Coast.
West Coast is more, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where that comes from. Black guys and fat girls with big asses.
I don't believe
specifically it's black. It's black guys and fat pogs, fat ass white girls.
Okay,
yeah, that
girls,
is true.
I'm about to say because you just said fat girls. I'm like, that's not a race. That's
sorry. That's what I meant. I said the thing.
Yeah, I got you.
Fat ass white girls. Black guys love fat ass white girls.
I think that's a specific thing, though. I don't think that's.
I do think black guys love the bigger women.
I mean, obviously, not a black guy here, but I do feel like that's a specific thing that some people are attracted to. I think there's plenty of folks who don't like bigger people at all when it comes to like being attracted to them. So I don't think that's quite as universal, but I don't know. What do I know?
Jewish guys, Jewish girls. Yeah, that's pretty common.
Sure, yeah.
This is a great one. Italian guys and loud crazy girls.
Loud crazy girls of any kind?
Of any kind, yeah.
Okay. Sure. I mean, Italian families, you almost have to be loud, right? If we're being honest, if you go meet obviously that's not the hookup, but if you go to meet an Italian person's family, they're going to be loud. They're going to be, probably a little passionate sometimes. You kind of have to be okay with that. So yeah, being loud and crazy is definitely a way to be okay with that. Coming from someone with an Italian family.
Greek guys and hairy girls.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna leave that right where it is. I won't touch it. If Jose can touch it if he wants.
Hairy girls, oh boy. Finance bros, blonde, beautiful mids.
Yep.
Mids? Like
yeah, mids.
Mid ranking? Okay.
Mid girls, yep. Irish guy.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Irish guys, bartender girls. So if you Irish guys and bartenders who are girls.
Actually, that one I think checks.
Yeah.
thinking of the people that I've flirted with, that I think that checks.
They worked at the bar.
When I went to Ireland, I flirted with every bartender I had pretty consistently. So
that's the genes.
Yeah, the genes were strongest when I was back home with my people.
This made me laugh. Asian guys and nurses.
Okay. Again, nurse is not so much a race as a profession.
Yeah,
okay.
right. As long as you're Asian, you're a nurse. Match made in heaven.
Well, Asian guy,
Yes,
nurse
specific.
of any kind.
Gym bros, gym girls. That's pretty easy.
Well, that's kind of like the fit. If you're both fit, you're both gonna like a lot of the same things. So
this is my last two. I'm excited to read. Puerto Rican guys and Dominican girls.
Nope.
I defer.
Nope.
Jose said no.
Nope.
You don't think so, Jose?
Hell no.
Why? Educate me.
We know Dominican girls are like gold digger types. We ain't gonna fuck around with that shit.
I really like the Dominican.
Yeah, but them bitches are all gold digger bitches. Got time for that shit. They like see them Dominican girls like you because they see a gringo like you, and you're like, oh, this guy got money.
Wow, joke's on them.
Yeah, definitely.
And then tall guys and short girls under 5'1", as they say the 5'1", like the 4'10" to 5'1" region. They only like tall guys.
Yeah, they only like you if you're like 6'7". Not 6'7". Pick a different one. 6'6".
Yeah, that's what we have there. And unfortunately, no Indian people were mentioned on here.
Well, I don't know that was a intentional slight. I'm sure he just went with. He said it was the best matches, right? He didn't say all matches, just the best.
I guess so. The most secure relationships.
Yeah. I will say though, none of the bartenders.
I'm just reading the comments. Black guys are ghosting fat ass white girls the minute she gets pregnant.
Well, that feels like a non sequitur, and also that feels a little bit like projection. I don't know if that's true so much as it happened to one person.
God damn.
I don't mean one person ever. I mean the commenter.
So I'm looking at some of the other ones. White nerds, Asian mids. Yeah, that's a really good
that
one.
is an interesting one because that's like, I feel like TV and stuff talks about that all the time too. Like the white nerds really do like Asian girls. That is a thing like you see on like TV shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like movies talk about that. That's an interesting one. I wonder why that is. Is it like the anime, the cartoon stuff, you think?
Maybe they're maybe they're nurse at the hospital all the time.
Maybe. Yeah, exactly. That's why all the nurses get hit on by the Asian guys.
Does anybody have anything to add to this?
No, I mean, again, I think, well, factually, half of those weren't even races. Tall guy is not a race, right? As an example. So I will say that bit misleading on the category there, but
I've noticed no Hispanic men were featured here.
No, I know. I can't believe that the Irish and the Italian were both featured. That's rare. for both sides of my lineage to be featured in a list like this is incredibly rare.
Yeah, man. Oh boy. Okay. So let's now go to our questions of the day, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
First question of the day. Are you less of a man if you sit and pee? I actually think so. I'm sorry. I think if you're a man, you got to stand in there with your guy, no matter the size, do your business. You don't sit down unless it's a medical reason.
So are you
that is
okay?
my nuclear opinion and answer to this.
I'm just gonna separate these two things. I want them to be separated very specifically. No, do what you want. I don't care how you go to the bathroom. But that is strange. That's a strange thing to do consistently. You know what I mean? Like, listen, if you're like hungover or whatever, like once in a while, if standing is gonna, make you throw up after a night out, fine. Once in a while, or if you think you're probably gonna do more than just the one thing, but to consistently decide to sit when you pee is an interesting choice to make. I will say that. And it's not one that I thought people made. Like, I'm learning something that there's a category of person who chooses to sit when they pee.
Not as
That's,
manly, if you ask me. Not
again,
as
like I
manly.
said, I'm not going to tie anyone's manhood to it, but I will tie what's going on mentally.
So,
What are you thinking?
this was sparked on from a local radio station that lasted a few days.
Mm-hmm.
And a woman caller reached out, said that her veteran husband, now ex-husband, she saw him sit and pee, and that was one of the reasons to their divorce. So
But she
I
saw him
think
do it
about this
once?
woman a few times. No, she said she found out that she does this regularly.
Okay, so that's, I mean, not that
And
it
for
matters. She shouldn't
somebody as
divorce something for
man
that, but,
as macho as they get, a veteran. I think she even said he was a Marine, even
Mhm.
though he sat and peed. She didn't say that was the number one reason that led to their divorce, but it was a factor.
If it was a factor at all, and I mean this with as much disrespect as possible, I don't know your name, woman. You're an absolute disgrace. You are. That guy, the veteran who, served this country. Thank you for your service, by the way, sir.
Yes.
I can't stress enough how much he dodged a bullet. I think factually, he dodged a bigger bullet when you walked out on him than he probably ever did serving in the Marine Corps. If that was really a factor, and I don't even mean like, even if it's just a little factor, if you thought about that for 1 second when you decided to divorce your husband, you're a piece of shit. And if you have kids, your mom's a piece of shit. So there you go. If I knew your name, I'd say it, but I don't. So I guess unfortunately, we'll just have to keep it anonymous. But if you do know her and you hear this, send it to her.
There was even that joke about from Benchwarmers, and he sat when he peed. So,
Right, but that was the bully. The bullies made the joke.
Can't sit when you pee, man. Don't make your girl see it.
It is weird. Don't be wrong. It's strange. Why would you decide to? I would never even occur to me to do that when I'm perfectly capable of standing, right? But it's not divorce worthy. That's a nightmare thing to have said out loud on a radio show.
Next question. What's your most used excuse for being late or avoiding something?
Oh, God, so many. That's actually not true. I don't usually
have those too.
I don't even use excuses that much. I just show up late. I mean, I take a lot of public transit because of where I live, so I usually blame the public transit system. I think that that's my most common one. But obviously that only really works because I don't have to drive very often because of where I live. But yeah, a lot of times I'll just roll up when I roll up. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily
Yeah, I
give an
agree with
excuse.
you. At that point, you just act like nothing happened. But
Right, you're just there
I've
when you get there.
definitely blame transportation. Food poisoning is probably the most common one I've used because you get food poisoning anywhere. It's easy when in the winter, like, oh, I'm sick, but people don't usually get ass sick in the summer
In the
months.
summertime, yeah. Well,
So at
spring
least
is good
food-
because of allergies.
Yeah, that's one.
Allergies.
So at least with what's the trade thing? At least with food poisoning, you could get that at any restaurant that messes up your meal.
Yeah, exactly.
So
One
that's
bad
probably
order.
one I use the most often to get out of something, sadly. Or the I gotta stay late for work silliness.
So I actually don't lie about that. I will say that's one thing I don't lie about because there are times, frankly, when I will have to stay late for work. And honest to goodness, the last thing I want to do when my work is making me stay late is argue with somebody about the fact that I'm lying about staying late for work. So I don't mess around with that. If I say I'm staying late for work, staying late for work because I don't want to have to deal with being at work and getting yelled at for missing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so last question of the day before nuclear opinions.
Mm-hmm.
What's a trend, past or present, you didn't understand? A trend, past or present, you didn't understand. Broad question, but I thought that was an interesting one. Like, one trend I didn't understand was what were those animal fucking bracelets?
Oh, like the slap-on ones?
Yeah, I didn't get that. Only cause like how long is this gonna last? And then it's gonna go, then we're gonna get bored of it. Now we got all this excess plastic.
Yeah. I didn't get what's it called? All right, well, there's two, right? The first one that I didn't really get was the teenage dirtbag trend on TikTok. Like
yeah, that's a dark song deep down.
that, but also like, and again, a couple celebrities did it, and that's fine. But like, nobody wants to see your baby picture, right? Like, surely that's not interesting content.
Cause I'm just a teenage.
You know what I
Here's
mean?
me
Like,
in the 90s.
right, or whatever. Like, that's a different trend, which is very similar and also silly, but that one has at least maintained mostly a celebrity use case. And I do think it's a little better when it's a celebrity, like an old celebrity showing like their early career. But the other one was just random people. Like they would be like, "This is a photo me and my family took when we were kids, and now here's us reenacting it." The teenage dirtbag. I'm like, that was a very strange trend. I understand. And the other one is one that still like comes up in my brain every once in a while, and that is of course the fruit roll up trend. I don't know if you remember that one, Matt. It was also a TikTok one, vaguely, but it was a dirty one, and it had to do with a fruit roll up. And basically, I want to know who thought of that first. Like, how did that become a trend? Because somebody had to be the first one to jump in and do that. And so, who was that person? Who was that brave soul who then went and told everybody on social media to do it to make it a viral trend? So, those are the two that I remember. They're both TikTok ones. And I'm just like, don't understand how those happened.
I didn't get fidget spinners either. I thought they were dumb but boring. And, ooh,
well, I think it's because you don't have, what's it called? You don't have a attention deficit disorder or whatever. I think it's helpful when you need to do something to have something to do. I think you just don't need to do something, so you're like, well, why would I spin it? And obviously that's obviously the correct way to be. But for some people, it's like I know that I can't hear a word you say unless I'm spinning this fidget spinner.
You know, it was a funny trend looking back: baggy pants, sagging.
Sagging, yes. Why people still do it occasionally.
That's from jail too, like
yeah, they still do it occasionally, but it's
sagging.
It's a weird
Here's
thing
my
to do.
underpants. I remember West Rocks Middle School just hearing teacher at least once a day. Why are you sagging your pants? Pull your pants up. Showing your underwear.
And why though? Like it's weird. That is weird.
Why did we fall down?
Why did we all want to do that? Then why did we want everyone to see our underwear? It's very strange.
I know, right? At least guy underwear.
Well, yeah, guys. Most girls didn't sag. It was mostly
right. One trend I don't get why people hate, because I'm wearing them right now. I like Crocs, what's wrong with Crocs? They're literally good for the environment. They're comfortable. I use them instead of slippers. They're sturdy.
Right. So that's it.
Why are people hating on Crocs? What's wrong with Crocs?
So
I'm
I
endorsing
think,
Crocs right now.
yeah, but I think
I would
that
show
that's
you.
the key. If you wear them as like slippers, like when you're like, you know what I mean? That's fine. But I feel like people would wear Crocs everywhere, and I don't think they're
Still do. I
everywhere
see a good amount of
shoes.
people still wear Crocs.
Yeah, I don't think they're everywhere shoes. I really don't. I really do think that they are casual shoe. You wear them like to the beach, you wear them around your house, you wear them on vacation.
Yeah.
I think they're casual, but people wear them like to a restaurant. I'm like, that is not
Okay,
the same.
yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
unprofessional.
Right. So I think that I don't think Crocs are a problem. I think people miswear them. They wear them in the wrong spot.
Mm-hmm. Also, 3D printers that died out. You want to know another
Sadly, I
fad?
don't think it actually did die out. I think,
Or we're just using it elsewhere. We don't see
yeah, I
it.
think that people started using it for things they shouldn't have been using it for.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of gone like underground. I think people used it and scared folks. I mean, just speaking personally from the work that I did with guns, like gun violence stuff,
Mhm.
that scared the actual like crap out of everybody who worked in that field. When I did,
Mhm.
like everyone who volunteered in that field, all of the lawyers who we talked to, that scared police captains, that scared everybody. And so I think that they scared people with it too fast, so kind of had to dive underground to avoid being completely regulated, completely taken. You know what I mean?
Indeed. So, I'm in the minority with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like charcuterie boards. They got popular in the 2020s.
Well, you don't like cheese, right?
Don't like cheese, the
That's the
crackers.
thing. Yeah.
I'm stuck with them.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. There's literally nothing to consider for me on a charcuterie board. Maybe
Pepperoni.
No, I don't like
You don't like pepperoni either? Oh,
I take
my
the
goodness.
pepperoni off my pizza.
Why didn't you just order it without pepperoni?
I remember there's just times or parties that
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
they just assumed everybody wanted pepperoni, even though cheese is literally the more affordable option.
Yep.
Charcuterie.
That's
Anyone's I'm missing it? Anyone else I'm missing?
No, I mean that's it for me.
I'll
I
tell
do
you
like a good
a
charcuterie
trend I
board, but-
failed at
what?
was Heelys. I couldn't skate.
I was
That a
really
waste of
bad at
time.
Heelys. I was bad at Heelys. Yeah.
My brother was really good at it. I remember he once at
makes
the old
sense.
Shea Stadium, he was able to impress all these people because I don't think they came out in New York at the time.
I remember. Well, did you get it at Utopia?
Probably.
That's where we got ours.
You know what's crazy about that? That building's still for sale. That seems like prime real estate. Just
I
can't get
know.
somebody to buy it. Weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Even in a quote unquote bad economy, still prime real estate.
Well, it's also like you said, it's been a long time open. You'd think it's not always been a bad economy.
Yeah.
You can only blame the bad economy every once in a while.
Any trends I'm missing?
Not that I could think of.
Target trend. People love Target. I didn't know at this.
I like Target. Though. I don't think
Target
it's a
at one
trend.
point from a video I saw, they were looked at as a below. They were looked at like Kmart in like the
Really?
70s,
I don't
80s,
think I knew
90s. That they were not really respected as a store, and this new CEO made it their marketing plan. We are going to be as good as Walmart, and arguably, so
They did it. I think they beat
Walmart
Walmart.
is the default. They'll always be around.
Yeah.
But I mean, Target is a better store.
I think Target is a better store. I think now at this point, because Walmart is everywhere and so ubiquitous, that means it's in places middle of nowhere. People get into fights with their cousins. There's only like six
Middle of
teeth amongst
nowhere.
all of them. You know what I mean? And so I do think that Walmart's brand has actually taken a hit a little bit compared to Target. I think Target has actually been better at keeping itself elevated.
Yeah.
Now that it got that lofty status.
Funny as that works.
Yeah.
We should revisit this another day soon. Let's do our nuclear opinions. I'll start with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with this person. I'll give my own nuclear opinion, but I'll give this one too.
Yeah.
When it comes to woman comedians, there are such thing as funny woman stand-ups.
Of course.
Some people don't think so,
You're
but
wrong.
I disagree. I like even though she's a big meanie, I do like Ellen DeGeneres as a stand-up.
Oh yeah, she was so funny as a stand-up.
I like Sarah Silverman's a good stand-up. Joan Rivers, if we're going back. Ilana Schlesinger is good. I like Wanda Sykes, Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah.
To name a few. But I couldn't help but laugh when somebody showed this person of this objectively really hot woman. I just wanted to share. I don't know if she's funny, but looking like that, I'm laughing at everything she says. So that's going to be a second nuclear opinion. But I'll give you an actual nuclear opinion that March 2026. March usually has been a difficult month. I don't know. I feel like the vibe of March has always been difficult, especially when COVID started. But March 2026, in my opinion, and it's over now, I felt was, of course, everybody has their lives and their ups and downs. But at least for me, this was the first ever March I can remember in a long time that it wasn't as problematic. Of course, you had your good days and bad days, but I think this shows that streaks can come to an end.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not talking about like one March I had a car breakdown and spend the month trying to recover from that. March 2020 COVID starts.
Yeah.
This March in 2018 there was bad weather every single day. But this particular March was smooth as it can be. And I'll take that.
Well, the end with the gas prices, but that's pretty much it.
True. So that's something you get ready for and adjust.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying. I do think that the general vibe too of like streaks end. Like we as people, we come up with patterns. That's what we do. So like for you, the pattern is March sucks, right? Because personal stuff happens to you typically around March. And I do think we can trap ourselves in these patterns, right? So I do think that that's a good message, and that you're right about that. Like, even if you think there's a pattern, the pattern can break. You can always change pattern. Nothing is set in stone forever, right? I saw someone tweet because somebody was like, it was about a career change, which is only a little bit relevant to this, but they're like, how old is too old for a career change? And the person responded with, as long as you're drawing breath, it's perfectly, it's a good time for a career change. You know what I mean? Like every day you have the option to do something different. So patterns are meant to be broken because every day you have the option to do something different.
There you go. There you freaking go, Ryan. So finish it off. Give us your nuclear opinion.
All right. My nuclear opinion is people, like folks, they need to have more hobbies. And and usually this is like me scolding. I'm the same way. Matt, I'll be honest, I don't really know if you have a ton of hobbies. But I would guess you don't. And that's not a mean thing. I have very few as well. It's just people nowadays don't seem to have as many hobbies. Things that they like to do they don't try and monetize. It's not about personal whatever. They're not like the gym is not a hobby. You're trying to stay healthy. There's a lot of great reasons to go to the gym. It's not your hobby.
Would you say watching movies and TV is a hobby?
I mean, it can be, right? I wouldn't say it's not a hobby.
So I have an answer to that for me. I really like making drinks, mixology.
Well, right, yes.
I really love that.
Yes.
I do that. I don't make content of it.
Right, yeah, just for the love of the game, exactly. But I feel like a lot of folks, I think a lot of folks don't have hobbies. I think even more folks have like maybe one thing they do that is.
Would you consider reading or?
I would consider reading
your sports fandom a hobby, or is that more just a personality
I think it's just a fandom. Yeah, this is a fandom, right? Like, I don't think
I could agree
watching
with that.
TV could be a hobby if you like it, but like watching Game of Thrones is not a specific hobby. You know what I mean?
Can you say it's like a letterbox? That's more of a hobby. Logging letterboxes.
Right.
I hit my 800th movie yesterday.
There you go.
It's actually crazy.
I don't know.
I'm proud of myself. It's literally a body of work.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. And it's a body of work that you're not sharing to try and make famous. You're not pushing it all the time. You're just doing it because you're watching these movies and you want to write down your opinion on them. Because that's what you do when you have a hobby.
if anyone could see too, that I'm starting to add like this is my personal bar graph, if you will, of this is based on the ratings. So the most I've ranked are movies that I think are 3.5.
Interesting.
And there's a perspective here, and I've graded it as if it's. I have it right here. If I could share really quick, because I love Letterboxd a lot, because I do it really for me too, and whoever wants to comment, great.
Well, and
So if
there's
you
a
get
community there too, right? Other people who are on Letterboxd.
yeah, so if you get half a star, it's a god awful movie. For example, I put the what did I put as a god awful movie? As I sort
Jack and Jill.
maybe I have to really check. I put Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones as a god awful movie, and I really mean this too. I put Grown Ups 2, Just Go
Or
with it.
that one I agree with for sure.
Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. That's my
that
boy.
Was pretty bad.
Vampires Suck. Big Mama House 2. Meet the Spartans.
Oh, I like Big Mama's House too. That you got to give it one more half star. Come on, give it a full star.
Daddy Day Camp.
No, wrong. Wait. You said camp or care?
Camp.
That's fine.
Day camp with.
That's fine. Yeah.
With
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hot chick is a 1. I gave 1s are really bad, only because it really is. If you are, in my opinion, if you get a 1 from me, there's at least one moment that I can tolerate and laugh. The one scene is seeing the actually talented Rachel McAdams and Rob Schneider. They did I remember this patty cake scene was actually pretty funny. But everything else, no. That gets a 1. 50 Shades of Grey gets a 1. A Walk to Remember gets a 1. Space Jam 2 gets a 1.
That's too high.
Cruise movie. So you think that deserves a half a star?
0. No, I mean, they made the movie. Half a star, yeah.
1.5. You're just a bad movie. Ricky Stenicki. Norville.
I like both those movies.
Grown Ups 1. White Chicks. Planes.
White Chicks?
Movie Planes. Yeah, you have a couple moments in there I could tolerate, but the other
stuff. You said 1.5 is what you gave it?
Yeah, that's considered just a bad movie.
I would put it 2.
Number 2 is a mid movie.
Yeah, 2.
So I actually put Adam McKay's Don't Look Up. I only really like when Leo screams, "The president is fucking lying." But that was just a cameo-based heavy ensemble.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie.
The Piano Teacher, because I hate the ending. It's so depressing. I would say look it up. It's as bad as it gets for humanity. Let's just say a piano teacher experiences the worst thing a man can do to a woman without taking their life. That's literally how it ends. And then she stabs herself. And my film professor is telling me this is art. This was a French film. I'm like, what? And I've seen other people talk about this movie with high regard. I'm like, you people are sick in the head. Literally.
That is interesting. Yeah. I'm not going to watch, but that's an interesting ending.
That was the worst real downer. And again, I cannot see the art in it. I do not get.
Again, I didn't watch it, so I can't speak. Do I think that inherently that ending can't be done artistically? No, I think it can be. I just don't know if it was because I didn't see it.
I didn't think they executed. I put for 2 for these are mid movies. These are movies that are okay.
Yeah.
Because there are parts in The Piano Teacher. There is some brilliant filmmaking, but I can't get past that ending. Or there's either great filmmaking or there's stuff I like. American Pie.
Yeah.
By the way, these are movies I can enjoy watching.
Yeah, I think that's a fair ranking. Yeah.
Here Comes the Boom by Kevin James.
I don't know that one actually, but
I think he plays I don't know. It's either a rock, the game Rock'em Sock'em. Rock'em It's real like that.
Okay.
Varsity Blues, the movie A Chorus Line, Broke, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I gave those 2s. 2.5 is mid with moments where there's actually brilliant filming. I gave F1 a 2.5.
Okay.
Batman Begins, the original Cars, Great Gatsby with Leo. 3, good movie. It is a good movie. I put Moneyball, Grease. Good movie that has its flaws.
Yeah.
or that I just was felt about. Like I put 2001: A Space Odyssey, a 3, Dunkirk,
That'll
Top
piss
Gun
people off.
Maverick. Well, I'm ready to debate. 3.5, pretty good. Like this is a solid, good movie with some really good moments. I gave like Glass Onion from Knives Out and Knives
That's
Out,
a great one.
the original Shrek.
Did you watch the newest Knives Out, by the way?
Number 3? No, I haven't. I gotta add that.
My absolute favorite of the 3.
Yeah, I gave those 2 3.5s. Crazy Stupid Love.
That's a good one.
I gave Citizen Kane a pretty good, while others would probably get 4 or 5, whatever. And that's the most common ranking I gave.
Yeah.
4 is great, like it's a great movie. Great movie. Django, Titanic, original Star Wars, Deadpool. Just recently saw Hamnet, which was good. Scarface. 4.5, a really great movie. Like that was a great experience. There Will Be Blood, Moonlight, Super Bad, Begonia, No Country for Old Men, Mean Girls. I love Mean Girls.
Mean Girls,
Weapons,
great.
Shining, Spirited Away. And then 5, the least common. There's only been 49 films. 5s are perfect movies. Like as close to perfect as you could get. An amazing experience. I love it. I gave Borat a 5, Hangover, original Blade Runner, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Jaws, One Battle After Another, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Dark Knight, Get Out. Like that's the range you're in. And I've only given 49 movies that of the 800. So you really have to earn that.
So for my nuclear opinion, folks, does it only go to 5?
Yes, that's the highest you could go.
So for the nuclear opinion, to that point, folks, I mentioned the word hobby, and Matt, who has a hobby, was able to do an entire off-the-cuff segment on their hobby. This is what people need. We need to do this, and we need to do this in a way that doesn't make us scream at one another on social media. We all, I think, need to find things that make us happy, things that we could talk about in front of a camera, on a microphone, without practice, for 5 minutes straight, because we just love it so much. That's what folks need. That's what I mean when I say we all need a hobby. And so we should all go out and start finding 1, 2, 3. You can't have too many because you got to work and you got to, make time for family. But you should have 2 hobbies, things that you do just for you that are not for other people. That's my nuclear opinion. I have spoken.
Yes, I've spoken on mine too. And you know what, the 5s too? I like once a month relook at this list every time.
See if there's any.
Make sure rankings are
tweaks.
Good. And there have been plenty of. This really small cut quickly. Just read off all the 5s I have. It's not a lot. I gave La La Land a 5, Sinners a 5, Pulp Fiction, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That might go down to a 4.5. More I think about it, but we're gonna keep it as a 5 for now. Get Out, Dark Knight. I actually gave Marty Supreme a 5, and I will stick by that. It really was a great. Beyond everything now, and now that the Oscar season died off, and just looking at Marty Supreme for the legacy it has, alone, it really is a great experience to watch. Beyond the awards and everything.
Yeah.
That's probably going to stay. Silence of the Lambs, One Battle After Another, just won Best Picture. Original Godfather. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
That's a good movie. I like that movie. But
yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home. Taxi Driver, Back to the Future, which is a true perfect movie. Goodfellas, Prisoners. Have you ever seen that?
No.
With Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman. As I mentioned, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Jaws, the original Psycho, original Blade Runner, When Harry Met Sally, The Thing, Godfather Part 2, The Hangover, Fargo, Toy Story 3 and 2 made it. So the original trilogy, except 4 got a 4.5.
Okay.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, original Indiana Jones, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, It's a Wonderful Life.
Good movie.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Didn't see that one.
Might make that a 4.5, but for now I'll keep it as a 5. Amazing World War II movie. Rear Window, Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Rocky, Do the Right Thing, Borat. I recently liked the Austin Butler movie Caught Stealing. Might go down to 4.5. It is a 5. That's an amazing ride. Actually, I'll keep that as 5. Happy Gilmore, Some Like It Hot, They
Yep.
Live. That's a 5. Roddy Piper, the late great
Yep.
Roddy Piper. Raising Arizona, a very early Coen Brothers movie. West Side Story, the original. To Kill a Mockingbird. All
Yes.
That Jazz, not a lot of people have seen, but if you do,
I have not.
incredible movie. Very hard to get your hands on, but if you can, it's about a Broadway director in the late 70s, pretty much just sprung out. He's both directing a Broadway play and editing a big Hollywood movie. It would be the equivalent of like Martin Scorsese directing a movie and directing a Broadway play at the same time.
Jeez,
and all that's spiraling out from that mess.
Yeah.
Incredible. 1979. Roy Schneider from Jaws stars in that. On the Waterfront, that's a 5. I really liked, and I stick by this, the Michael J. Fox documentary, Still.
I haven't seen that, but
that's incredible. The Vietnam War Ken Burns doc, and then Mel Brooks' 99-Year-Old Man that just came out on HBO. That's a 5. Those are all my 5s.
Huh.
And like I said, there's only 2 that I think maybe just go down to 4.5. But yeah,
I think it's a good list. I mean, I've seen actually most of those movies, which I feel happy about. But
well, I have a lot to suggest. So Ryan and Jose, great job as always. Thank you all for tuning in. And it was another good week. We'll see you back here on Monday with a reaction to the national championship in college basketball. And then on Tuesday with another tweet cap as we talk about what happened in the weekend ahead. So
sounds good.
Same thing on Friday with another tweet cap here. So Monday, Tuesday, and Friday our shows next week. Have a fun and safe Easter weekend for those celebrating and observing. Have a great end of Passover. Yeah, and happy birthday, Brendan. And what am I missing? Is there anything else? Just enjoy the first weekend of April.
Enjoy the new warm weather finally coming in.
Amen to that. All right, Ryan. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
All right. See ya.